Another day, another Bitcoin all-time high. Ethereum looks like it has COVID, and altcoins, well, they're just waiting for the king to make a move. What's going on, guys? Crypto Poppy here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way in. I appreciate you. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today, well, Bitcoin hit yet another all-time high last night, and you're probably wondering why I don't have champagne in my hands. And I gotta tell you, I don't know. I feel like I feel like we need to get above 50K and cement ourselves above 50K before I celebrate, because Bitcoin continues to be in this ascending channel, and it's just bouncing up and down and up and down, and it's tough to know, which way it wants to go right now. So, Bitcoin's been the tale of the two stories over the last 24, 48 hours. If you're a fan of watching the 1 minute charts, then you've been on a massive roller coaster of up and down, and it's the kind of stuff that makes you panic sell and panic buy, and not a good chart to watch if you've been on small time frames. However, if you've been on the bigger time frames, then Bitcoin's done nothing. It's done absolutely nothing in 72 hours, maybe even 4 days. Going back to, what are we going back to here? I mean, technically, you could go back to Feb 8th. After we had that major run up, we've just been slowly accumulating, consolidating, and hitting new highs, which is impressive. At the same time, these channels that are rising in nature have a tendency to fall down and not up. Having said that, Bitcoin's been crushing these channels and going up when it has no business doing so. So, if you're asking me, do I know where Bitcoin's going right now? It's very, very, very difficult to tell. And 50K, like I said, is proving to be very difficult to cross, which in some ways should be good news. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that when we do cross 50K and we stay above 50K, I keep saying this, but I think the move to 60K is going to be real quick. So at this point, look, Bitcoin continues to do its thing, continues to make new highs, and we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait. If I show you the daily chart, which closes in 17 minutes, the chances are that Bitcoin's gonna yet make another new daily candle. That's the highest daily candle that we've closed in Bitcoin's history. And this is just a tale of Bitcoin over the last week or so. So I think we all need to chill. We need to relax, and we really need to see how Bitcoin deals with 50K. There is a chance that we come down into this 44K target before we go up, and that might be the best thing for Bitcoin right now, because it might be what actually builds the momentum to actually cross 50K. The other thing going on with Bitcoin that I'm really not loving is, let me show you here, especially on the 4 hour chart, is Bitcoin is just got bearish divergence after bearish divergence after bearish divergence. So if I show you, here's the RSI high on Feb 8th, and you'll see that in Feb 11th, we actually made a new all-time high, but the RSI is significantly lower than it was on February 8th. And the same story continues from that day to that day. Again, we have a lower RSI, yet a higher high. And the next time, yet again, a lower RSI and yet another higher high. Listen, in typical trading of any asset, this is very, very bearish. And this would, most traders would say this is almost guaranteed to go down. In the short term anyways. But Bitcoin is going to do all kinds of crazy things, and Bitcoin has been breaking bearish divergences a lot in this bull market. So, I'm not liking the divergences. For us to get rid of some of these divergences and get bullish and we need to create a bullish divergence. So we could potentially see Bitcoin fall all the way down to this $42,000, $41,000 mark, create a bullish divergence, and then maybe make our way up, and maybe that's what we need. I'm not saying, it's going to crash and we're not going to pass 50K. what I'm telling you is I am in wait and see mode, and I am not making any trades until this thing fixes itself. I just don't. It's so difficult to know. I mean, as I'm filming this, we're literally in the middle of this rising channel, like where Bitcoin spent so much time over the last week. So this isn't the time to trade, guys. This is the time to just wait and see what happens. If we cross 50K and we stay above 50K, then that's the time to put in a long. If we fall below this channel and we stay below this channel, then that's the time to put in a short. Now, if you were watching the 1 hour charts, this was just, oh my goodness, this drop was absolutely insane. This drop was on Feb 14th, so it was 2 days ago now. I didn't film yesterday because it was family day, and I spent some time with a family tobogganing. But this was a 7% drop that literally happened in minutes, and Bitcoin is so bullish right now that things are just getting bought up so quickly. So even if we get a drop down into the 44K and we don't bounce there, we get another drop down into the 42, 41K. I don't expect this to last long. I just think that might be in the end what we get before we cross 50. Again, still very bullish on the midterm, the long term. I think we're going to 100K. I've told you that many times. I think we're going to be trading above 100K by the time the sun shines and it's summertime. I expect that we'll be trading above 100K. So I'm talking about a little bit of volatility right now in the meantime before we cross the 50K. Guys, 100K is only 100% up from where we are right now. The last time Bitcoin went up 100%, I think it might have taken maybe 3 weeks or a month, and I think the next 100% is going to be quicker than that. So again, very bullish on Bitcoin, and let's just wait and see, guys. If something crazy happens, I'll definitely film and come back and we can talk about it. But in the meantime, all we can do is really wait and see what happens here. Ethereum, on the other hand, looks a little bit different from the perspective of it really is looking sick. This is not a chart I like to see if I'm bullish and if I'm long. I think it sort of came up and it hit its all-time high of 1879. It came right back down and just when you start to see charts that are forming M's or head and shoulders. So technically, this could be a shoulder, with that being the head, and this be it's ugly. It's not even really a head and shoulders. It'd be pushing it if you're trying to say that it is. It's just ugly right now. ETH, I don't know what ETH is doing, to be honest, and I think ETH's gonna have to. Again, it's got this like really long-term channel that it was in, that it's still in. This trend line here going up. And it's been major resistance and it hasn't been able to break out of that. However, I've been following some channels like this one, for example, right, that it completely broke out of. It broke down from. It's made its way back up, but I don't know. It's just not a healthy chart, and I'm not loving what I'm seeing with Ethereum. Now, what's crazy is that Crypto Poppy nailed a bullseye. Look, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Of course I did because I charted this. But this was pretty insane. 2 days ago, I mean, just go back to my videos if you don't believe me, but 2 days ago, I talked about this, again, not very healthy head and shoulder. This was a clear head and shoulders right here. There's this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and what happened? We broke down. And what did Crypto Poppy tell you? Yes, I just did that. I just referred to myself in the third, whatever. I don't know. I'm lost here, guys. Anyway, look at this. We broke down. I told you that the target was going to be somewhere around 1663. You know what is insane? I drew this circle. I've not moved it. Go watch the video. I've not touched it. We literally nailed bullseye, the middle of the circle. I don't think that's ever happened to me, and not fully intentional, because when I drew the circle, I was just kind of estimating that, if we break down, that's where we can expect to see a rebound. Crazy how we just, if anybody, if some of you are just starting to look at technical analysis and you're wondering, like, does this stuff actually really work? Well, I mean, guys, this was a technical analysis uh, trade per se, or forecast that was purely based on the head and shoulders, and it nailed it. So, what's incredibly bullish is that again, I can like ETH just wants nothing to do with prices this low. There's no doubt in my mind that ETH is going to be at 2,500, 3K soon. And so all of this shenanigans, and even as I'm telling you that ETH looks a little bit sick and it's got COVID, I'm talking about in the really short term. And it's just all shenanigans before the inevitable happens, and ETH absolutely explodes into a parabolic move. Now, what is interesting, the only bullish thing going on with ETH right now is that it's actually creating a potential double bottom. Now, this is 4 hours news, so this could turn around right now, and I can tell you right now, if we don't start to make a move above 1834, then I'm gonna get even more bearish. So again, just in the short term, Okay, so that's kind of what you want to follow. Does ETH actually rebound here? Was this a true double bottom? Do we put in a big move to create what by now is my favorite pattern, which is a W? If we can put in a move and we can get up to 1834 and then solidify ourselves above that, guys, then we're really bullish because the wick, this breakdown wick, is going to create a really, really great target for ETH that's going to put it at 2020. Funny enough, it's the year 2021. Never mind. It's going to put it at 2020, but more importantly, it's going to get it above this massive resistance that we've been dealing with. So we could see some interesting times ahead, but ETH has a lot of work to get above that 1830 something mark before I start to get bullish. I'm in the short term, I'm bearish with ETH until it changes what it's doing. I'm just not liking what it's doing. ETH is also full of bearish divergences as well. So we've got a lot of work to do in the short term if we really want to make a run. All right, that's kind of where BTC and ETH are at right now. Altcoins a little bit sporadic and volatile because that's what happens when Bitcoin is indecisive. Don't get me wrong, they made some incredible moves this week, and it was time for them to really take a chill pill because these altcoins just like again, I've been showing you Aave because I'm just such a fan of Aave, but these altcoins had made such insane runs up that nothing can go up in a straight line forever. I mean, look at these moves. So, I mean, Aave looking a lot like ETH, not very healthy, and this is not a chart I like to see if I'm long. So, again, I would be looking at Aave whether this 200 period EMA holds up Aave. If it does kind of take a dip, and then I'll get very, very bullish. But a lot of the altcoins look this way. They all look very similar. They had massive runs up, and now they're starting to create this sort of top, and they're starting to roll over a bit, and they're starting to look a little bit sick and a little bit unhealthy. But listen, I can tell you something right now. If Bitcoin finally breaks out of 50K and breaks above this channel, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter how sick the altcoins look. They're going to turn around and they're going to start to moon. Not as Bitcoin's making its move. You can expect that Bitcoin's going to make a move, and Bitcoin loves to sort of starve the whole market of resources. So when it starts to make a move, you might see some downside, some very short-term downside for these altcoins, and maybe even for ETH. But you can fully expect. In fact, that's probably when I'll be buying some altcoins and some ETH again. Is if I see Bitcoin break out of here, then I think it's going to be a lot of upside. If Bitcoin breaks down, then I think you can expect some downside for the altcoins, a much bigger correction than we've seen so far. Same with ETH. So at this point, we're waiting for the king to decide what does it want to do so we can make our move, all right? don't anticipate anything here, guys. This is really, really, really dangerous territory and very difficult to predict. Now, if you're buying for the long term and you've got a 5 to 10 year outlook, then don't worry about it. Buy and don't look back. That's not financial advice. You do you, I'll do me. But yeah, if you're trading, don't trade this. This is chop, guys. This is dangerous chop. Trade the breakouts. Wait and see what happens here. Okay, so that's sort of what's going on with both of those. Bitcoin is definitely going to close a daily candle in a minute and 30 seconds from now. That is going to be a new daily candle high. Technically, it's bullish, but it's not going to break out of this parallel channel that it's making on the daily as well. We're just gonna have to wait and see. We're just gonna have to wait and see. From a news perspective, more the same, to be honest with you. I mean, again, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy announcing that they're buying more Bitcoin, $600 million worth. I mean, at this point, this news seems to come every day where more institutions are buying more Bitcoin, MicroStrategy going even more in on Bitcoin. Nothing more to say about that. I do want to tell you about Ripple and XRP because I talked about XRP a couple days ago. And I hope none of you, based on what I said, went and bought XRP. Because if you did, then I'm going to tell you to go watch my video again where I said, that coin is a potential opportunity and the price of it is starved right now. And it's so hard to find an altcoin that hasn't completely mooned. And XRP is one of them. And I would not be buying XRP again unless you start to see a move in XRP that is related to either rumor or news that that Ripple's going to settle with the SEC. Having said that, today the SEC said that they're not expecting a settlement. Now, are they playing chicken? I don't know. Are they trying to play hardball with Ripple? I don't know. But, there's some very bearish news for Ripple and XRP today. And I would not be buying it. I would not be buying it because, guys, if there is no settlement and Ripple goes to court like they intend to, and they fight this and they lose, XRP is going to zero. So I would not be buying this stuff right now. I certainly wouldn't be going all in on it. And I wouldn't even buy it, even if I was speculating with 0.01% of my portfolio on XRP. Now is not the time. Not given the prices that XRP is at right now. And let's go pull up the XRP chart. But now is not the time to buy XRP. Okay, so if any of you bought it based on what I said, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intent. I don't want you buying it yet. Not that I'm a financial advisor or anything, but I even if I was gonna buy XRP, I'd want to see it down into these bottoms where it got to, and I think this bearish news can stack on top of each other. So if you see bearish news today and tomorrow on XRP, then you might start to see this thing fall really hard. And then I might looking to put in a buy just in case they end up settling, or well, if they win, XRP is going to the moon. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but if XRP wins that lawsuit, if they actually take it to court and they win, and I don't think we'll know until maybe even next year. I think there's some crucial timelines over the next couple months, but it seems like August is potentially when the case is going to start. So I wouldn't even, it's a long-term buy and hold if you're going to do that, and it's pure speculation. So why do that? Personally, I would just wait and see how things play out before you do anything with XRP. All right, guys. Not an insane day by any stretch of the imagination. Again, we're still in consolidation. I told you all that 50K was going to be difficult. I'm still very, very, very bullish. Even if we see a breakdown here, then I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna buy again. Again, you do you, I'll do me. Not financial advice. And we'll see where this goes. And if you're interested in knowing my the ETH trade that I showed you guys, I'm still holding my ETH trade, and I'm down. I'm not logged in right now, so I can't show you. But I'm down. I don't know, maybe like 15% on that trade. But I'm sticking with ETH until I either see a full breakdown, and ideally, if we see a break up, then I'm gonna hold that trade for as long as I decide to hold it. All right, that's it for today. I hope something's going to happen soon. Keep in mind, when things coil up for this long, what that means is that the move tends to be even bigger. So the longer that we consolidate, the bigger the move. Whether it's up or down, the bigger, the more volatile the move. All right, so we can expect some action soon. I think we can expect some serious action this week. We'll just wait and see. Catch you next time. Thanks for coming by for the show. Please, guys, please smash the likes. We're still, I think we're getting maybe 30, 40 views. Some videos have gone a couple hundred views, and I have nowhere near those many likes. So if you're watching this and you enjoy the content, please smash the likes, hit the subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. That tells me that the content I'm putting out you actually enjoy and that you want to hear, and it keeps me motivated to keep going and keep putting some content out. All right, until next time, peace.